but a large segment of society, I've noticed this in Europe at least, because UN is looked upon as kind of like the savior and America is the bad guy, where they think that unity is a good thing. You know, what's the problem? We can all work together. I mean, open borders, just collaboration. If you work together, things get done better, more efficiently. Yeah, this is the predominant train of thought here in Europe, from what I've seen. Whereas in America, you have your YouTube generation, and plus you guys had 9/11 as well to fall back on and to remind you of how real this new world order really is. Whereas over here, we don't really have an anchor like that to fall back on. At least our generation, the young generation.
Well, President Obama sees himself as a citizen of the world, and like his pastor, first loyalty to the mother continent of Africa. I'm not a citizen of the world, I'm a citizen of the United States and a fierce patriot. I will not surrender one bit of sovereignty. In fact, that was why Lady Thatcher, when she was Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, was thrown out by Bilderberg because she attended one meeting, didn't like it, and didn't have anything to say, and refused to surrender the pound for the euro. And so Bilderberg, as we reported at the time, said she's got to be eliminated as the Prime Minister, not killed, but just taken out of office. She was first replaced by, I think, by a trapeze artist named John Major from her own party. I had the pleasure of talking to her briefly in Washington at a reception about a year later, and asked her reaction, and she said, putting direct in time, this is a rough paraphrase, she used the word tribute. She said, I consider it a tribute to be pronounced by Bilderberg. It was harshly critical of any head of state who surrendered any degree of sovereignty to international institutions. She just felt very strongly about that. Well, she and President Reagan have a period.
Are they now preparing the introduction of the AMRO currency in the United States and Canada and Mexico?
Well, they thought they were going to. They're falling far behind on that one. They were probably by the year 2000, NAFTA would have spread all over the Western Hemisphere, creating the American Union, similar to the European Union. And those kids are very disappointed because the year 2000 came, that was 9 years ago, and we're still in the United States. They do have their NAFTA trade agreement between Canada and Mexico and the United States. It should have been submitted to the Senate for ratification, which has failed. They call it treaty and agreement. So now we've agreed to eliminate borders between Mexico and the United States and Canada. Brothers a lot of resistance anyway to the appropriating the funds to build the superhighway that would run from our border with Mexico all the way to Canada somewhere. So there's been a lot of resistance. And the Bilderberg boys are grumpy old men because they're far behind on their effort to take over the world. Those doggone nationalists, they say with anger, are stopping their progress. Well, I sure as hell hope so. Well, thank you, Joseph. It's been pleasant.